We're going to show a method that Dr. Still describes in research and practice. He says that this is for treating obesity. I have very, very strong doubts. Essentially what he talks about is having the patient's head on his arms and his fingers on the transverse processes of the thoracic spine, because for whatever reason, he thinks obesity lives in the thoracic region. Whatever you want to take from that, you can. The more important part is there is the ability to work on the T-spine using the head and neck as leverage and trying to get into the transverse processes or the region of the thorax, right? So he doesn't say if he was standing or sitting. For my level of effort and my ability to control, I will sit. Standing, you have to hunch more. It's harder on you. It's a bad idea. All right, so I'm gonna get the pillow out of the way. And then first, I need to somehow get under here. Now I have one, right? I have one hand under the T-spine. I'm going to take care of his head and neck while I get the other hand in with the arm that I have. So you can see that I've cradled his head against my sternum. I can get in there. Now there are other ways to do that. You can have him just lift his head up, but as you can see, I can direct the head a little bit in rotation just with my forearms. The problem that you're going to run into with this is that sometimes you won't necessarily be able to get far enough away, right? You can do some of that. Now, if I was to assume, based on how I'm moving, it seems like this is harder for him. There's a little bit less response on the right side. Now, experientially, would you agree with that? When I go this way, this is harder for you?
I would.
Yeah. So now, the ability to control here is challenging. So that's what the method looks like. This is what Dr. Still's talking about. Just coming through here. What I would say is that in a situation like this, if I wanted to work on this side, I can do something a little bit more like this, right? Or actually, sorry, I'm going to use my left hand under. Actually, no, that's not the way I would do it. I'm stumbling here. What I would do is get my hands out of the way. Please excuse me. I would use the pillow to hold them. I'd come over here. I would use the head and neck to get into position, and then I can add with the lower hand. Do you agree that this ends up creating more movement in the area that we would want?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can change the method. I can get my hands out as far as supporting. I can get the head and neck into position. I can use the pillow to support it so that he's in relative flexion. And I can use the other hand to create the side bending on that side, right? I could also, from here, left hand goes under upper T-spine and do something like this. Now this really gets after that area more than what I was doing before. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Right? So I've got more control. So I can position there and appropriately get the method to work instead of what Dr. Still was saying. So I can use the underlying concept of position to correction, make sure that there's good support, good contact of the patient so the pillow can do that. And if I can use two hands some way, I can get more movement introduced. I have more sensation that I can identify, and I can really kind of get after it a little bit more.